BYUtv sends 7 young people into the wilderness for an adventure-filled digital detox. Out in the wild, they discover truths about themselves they wouldn't have discovered any other way. Here's a look at Braver.
Nature doesn't judge you. And so whatever happens out there, it's really up to you to make it better for yourself. The rain isn't falling on you because you're a bad person. The rain's just falling on you and you're not prepared. So next time you need to be more prepared.
Where's my poncho when I need it?
6 to 8 hours a day on average, that's what kids are spending on their phones, going into all sorts of areas they shouldn't be going into. Braver takes kids off their phones, takes kids into nature where they can connect with nature, they can connect with each other, they can build community. Again, getting away from isolation and loneliness and really creating a whole new identity.
We were looking for young adults who were over 18, but also young adults who really wanted to work on themselves and better themselves and were really struggling with a certain aspect of their lives or their character, or there was something they really wanted to improve on. We take them out into the woods for 15 days with the help of a couple of survival experts and a therapist. We give them the tools they need to function better in the world. We were in the woods of Kentucky, beautiful, beautiful temperate rainforest. We really tried to use the environment to our advantage. We did some rock climbing, we did the rappelling. So the idea was if you rappel down this very, very scary looking cliff, you'll get to your camp a lot faster. And if you don't want to do the hard thing and you want to take the hard route around, it's going to be a lot harder.
You've got to think about, oh, we're in the middle of nowhere. There's no base camp here. What are we going to do for shelter? What are we going to do for food? What are we going to do for fire? What are we going to do for water?
That's insane. This is literally just so disgusting. I have to basically use the restroom outside and do whatever. Cool, but like, look at all these bugs.
All of a sudden, you're thinking of the immediate needs at hand instead of thinking about everything in your life that's going wrong. It completely rewires your brain, slows everything down, makes you a lot more calm. The 2 survival experts, Jessie Krebs, she knows everything there is to know about surviving out in the wild and is just incredible and has this beautiful spirit and nature about her.
So if you take the top part of your and you go in between your toes and you floss, it kind of tickles, I think.
The other survival expert, Terry Burns, is one of the most fascinating people you'll ever meet in your entire life. He spends 11 months out of the year living off the grid completely by himself all over the world in different locations just to challenge himself and be at peace.
What we're going to do is take your knives. Between the ice, we're going to put the tip of the knife and we're just going to pull down, and that's an instant death. And then we're going to do everything possible to enjoy and honor what we have harvested.
Our psychologist, Dr. Zach Thieneman, he's an expert in group therapy, which is its own very unique skill set in doing therapy with up to 8 people at a time.
Maybe in your lives, you've had family that have cooked dinner for you or washed your clothes, and now you are learning to be 100% independently self-sufficient, and that requires self-motivation.
Yeah, guys, we know that it might not be the right direction, but if you could all exit that way,
it's a very different thing filming in the woods than it is filming in a studio. It's also a very different thing filming in a hot and humid environment than it is in Alaska. So I was looking for camera people and crew who had that kind of experience. So it was important also to find the right crew in terms of them having experience working with an ensemble cast, like a bigger cast. This is just not like one person out in the woods. There's 10 of them running around every day.
We had, one of the best crews in the business that have a lot of experience doing this, are very well aware of their surroundings and where they have to go, where they don't have to go, how to not put themselves in dangerous situations to capture whatever's happening whenever it's happening. And also being astute enough to realize that our cast, at least our cast of teenagers, have no experience in the wild and that they can't just go wherever they want to go for the sake of drama, and they have to be told what's safe, what's not safe, when to do things, when not to do things.
Hold on, guys, hold on. Please, hold on, John.
There's also a big spiritual aspect to this, in that when you're out in nature, especially for a prolonged amount of time, it becomes very evident that you're part of something bigger than yourself, that you're connected to something bigger, and that we're all kind of interconnected.
When you're out there and you're testing yourself, I think everybody in the cast found themselves getting closer and closer to God.
You know the serenity prayer?
No.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
The idea of going out there and doing something that they're slightly terrified and doing it with 6 other strangers that are their age and going through the same exact thing at the same exact time bonded them. It made them see, you know what, if I actually get off my phone, if my head's up, if I'm actually looking at people, if I'm talking to people, it's not so scary, and we all need community to survive.
Check out BYUtv's Braver. The show speaks to the desire in all of us to overcome the things that hold us back. See the cast's remarkable transformation for yourself when you tune in or use the free BYUtv app to watch anytime. We'll see you later, Insiders.